As we watch Russell faceplant into a pit of rancid failure, we can't help but laugh. Oh, Russell, you bitter, bitter little man. Like a baby smashing his toys when he doesn't get his way, Russell has decided to wreck this once beloved franchise. What's left is a steaming pile of cat vomit, which Russell can't help but stare and smile at. What life lessons from life's bitter losers do we get to learn about this week? We start with a horse expressing his shame about being on the show, and we find ourselves in Bavaria in 1865. So much to get offended by. This dude pops out looking happy. I guess they told him he was going to be on a different show. On top of the horse is current year Ronnie. Mystery Lady, now known as olden days Ronnie, is sweeping the floor somewhere, making penance for the crime of not being current year Ronnie. This dude says he wasn't expecting current year Ronnie. Nobody was, dude, because nobody cared enough to give 2 rancid piles of cat vomit about what to expect, other than it would be lecturing and very degenerate. Current year Ronnie says this dude is lucky. Hardly. He's on this show, his eyebrows look like caterpillars, and his hair looks like he took time out to bang an electrical socket. He's the 7th son of a 7th son, and I'm in the 7th circle of hell. His wife wants to name her 7th son Eunice. Current year Ronnie says that's a terrible name, and I tend to agree. Current year Ronnie decides that she's taking little Eunice because that's the way things are going. Bitter that you banged and aborted your way through your 20s and 30s, and sad that you'll be alone forever with only cats for company, and even your cats hate you? No worries, just start stealing other people's children. Current year Ronnie turns the wife into violets, the kids into ducks, and the dude into an owl. That's what you get for being happy in this man's world. Next, we're in London in 2025, also known as hell, and it seems Dr. Nutty finally got to bang diversity hire number 6. No, that wasn't part of the story, because as I've said multiple times, this man will bang anything. They both appear to be happy. Diversity hire number 6 is not capable of being happy, and I immediately start to get suspicious. Then in comes Captain Poppy from last season, and she's got her very own sequel episode because at the BBC, she's reached all the requirements to become an executive. It seems Poppy wants a cat, and Dr. Nutty gets excited being reminded of his exploits during last week's furry convention. Then they turn on the TV. Yay! It's our friend Conrad. Is this your self-insert, Russell? Come on, man, be honest. We all know you types are always overcompensating for something. Conrad says it's going to be a nice day. Can't have that. Then what reason would these people have to be miserable? Well, they'll find a way. They always find a way. Conrad wants to tell us a story, and I find myself wondering how many fake fans from the sewers of degeneracy, really the only fans this show has now, think his name is actually Doctor Who. Well, folks, his name is not Doctor Who. His name is Dr. Nutty, or Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is also acceptable. Diversity hire number 6 has been placed in her worst nightmare, being a happy stay-at-home mother. They're getting ready for May the 24th, which is supposed to be a big day. Well, I'm watching this on May the 24th, and as a result, my day has been terrible so far. Diversity hire number 6 says she's going to try cooking, and Poppy says no, and a mug breaks, and we see our first glimpse of an offended diversity hire number 6 in this episode. I like your style, Poppy. Then, suddenly, Princess Zumi shows up at the door after endearing herself in the press to former Doctor Who fans recently, and Dr. Nutty looks disgusted with her. I mean, she was demoted for not meeting BBC requirements, and this man really does not like certain demographics. Princess Zumi is not sure she knows Dr. Nutty. Consider that a blessing, dear. Dr. Nutty asks if she needs a doctor. No, Dr. Nutty, this is the wrong type of clinic. Diversity hire number 6 gets offended, and Dr. Nutty gets disgusted, perhaps thinking for the first time about how he conducts himself in public. Then diversity hire number 6 calls the police. No need, dear. They already have a very long file on Dr. Nutty. Then Princess Zumi runs into Mel, who seems bitter, providing Princess Zumi a glimpse of her future. Mel has a lot of broken mugs, possibly the result of thinking about her life choices that have left her lonely. Don't worry, Mel. Current year Ronnie has a solution. Just steal somebody else's kid. Mel claims she's happy while single with no kids, so she will sit in silent contemplation to think about her life choices. Welcome to Conrad's world. As Russell is unable to hide his complete and utter contempt for anyone that isn't as miserable as he is. Oh, Russell, you Pillsbury dough-shaped bag of hate and bitterness. You just keep being you. Then it seems the effects department blew its budget on build-your-own dinosaur kits. Well, isn't that just adorable? Conrad says Dr. Nutty had lots and lots of human friends before becoming Dr. Nutty. After which time, most of his friends left to report Dr. Nutty to the authorities because of continued harassment. But I'll tell you who didn't leave. Nepo baby Kate. Although Kate isn't childless, she apparently has a daughter that hasn't been seen in a decade. So much family harmony going on there. Also, it seems Unit's scientific advisor has found a vocation more suitable to her skills, and olden times Ronnie has been demoted to tea lady. Dr. Nutty gets to sit with Nepo Baby Kate's subordinate Sexy Time Fun Boy. Then Dr. Nutty says Sexy Time Fun Boy is beautiful, and Sexy Time Fun Boy gets offended because Dr. Nutty is allegedly a man, as Russell thinks he's being edgy. I mean, this might have been edgy, Russell, back in 1992. Call me crazy, but I think this man desperately wishes this was still a controversial topic because this is literally the only thing he has. Then, as if on cue, Conrad says, Dr. Nutty wishes it was like the old days. Wrong person, Conrad. Then Diversity Hire Number 6's family shows up, and I feel I have to send them a sympathy card because, as I've said, could you imagine having to spend decades with this? Then Granny says the words that send modern young ladies into a fit of rage. Good little girl, good little wife, then good little mother. You think you're mad now, just wait until you're Mel's age. It's hilarious! Then, oh dear, it seems Diversity Hire Number 6 doesn't remember being in labor. Good lord, did you kidnap Poppy too? This is really a very poor message to be sending. Then Diversity Hire Number 6 asks Poppy if she remembers anything, seemingly forgetting that she's a baby. I mean, she might have the qualifications to be a BBC executive, but that doesn't mean she has the ability for complex speech or remembering her own birth. Then, Diversity Hire Number 6 gets offended, and the mug of the forever triggered breaks. Then Diversity Hire Number 6 starts to scream in anger. Just a typical day for her. Then Conrad says that Dr. Nutty isn't the only Time Lord left. It seems Russell forgot that he already revealed that fact 18 years ago. But I guess we have to give him some slack. This dude is incapable of coming up with anything new. Just making stuff he came up with 2 decades ago much worse. Then, something flies past the window as Nepo Baby Kate and Sexy Time Fun Boy start to get frisky. But wait, the flying thing is current year Ronnie giving no thought to BBC safety protocols. Not to worry though, as the entire BBC is staffed by morons. Then, everybody gets disgusted by Dr. Nutty, not for asking who she is, as the script would have you believe, but just for being Dr. Nutty in general. Current year Ronnie is excited about her dastardly plan. What is this plan? Nobody cares. Literally, nobody cares because nobody is watching this by choice. Also, olden times Ronnie is current year Ronnie's servant. Take that, you white devil. Then olden times Ronnie makes Conrad a sandwich, as Russell thinks he's being clever. Conrad is getting tired of doing all the hard work. Well, Conrad, it's actually you types that do all the terrible jobs. But don't complain, or you'll just get a lecture about the patriarchy from a 20-year-old social media manager making $150K a year. Current year Ronnie is even making Conrad take care of her stolen baby. Yep, that's right, make him do all the work and raise the child. Sounds pretty modern to me. It seems the baby is sustaining the entire world. Well, he is a white male child, so he must pay for all that privilege. Current year Ronnie has a big clock that's made out of bones, and it's counting down. Normally I'd say a clock made out of bones would be cool, but the set department made it look like it was designed as part of a first grade art project. Current year Ronnie is planning a trap. Oh no! Olden times Ronnie says that current year Ronnie sprang from her loins. No, it didn't, dear. As much as you might wish, you can't turn back time. Again, 20-year-old celebrating daily bang time. This is your future. Enjoy it. Then the unemployed bum and Princess Zumi, also an unemployed bum, get sad about their current job status. Well, y'all shall have to speak to the BBC about that. Then the two of them start staring at each other lovingly. Man, all anybody ever wants to do on this show is bang. Then the unemployed bums take a tour of their neighborhood. Looks like any leftist-run city, really, just waiting for the poop shovelers to do their daily collection. Then we get a few minutes of moaning, and Princess Zumi starts to remember her times with Dr. Nutty. Time to bring in the trauma counselors. Also, you should probably get tested for, like, everything. Even I'm just doing it for the money mommy, and whacked out granny tell Princess Zumi she's full of crap. You don't know the half of it. You need to read her interview. Then I'm just doing it for the money mommy does the right thing and throws Princess Zumi out on her ass. Get a job, you useless bum. Princess Zumi says she doesn't trust Conrad. Well, you were the one that banged him as soon as you saw the size of his wallet. You really have nobody to blame but yourself. Everything that's gone wrong is Conrad's fault. Well, that's not exactly a revelation. He's a straight white dude, and this episode was written by this doughy bag of hate. They have plans. Oh no, I'd be worried if I was Conrad. Anybody that's ever dealt with a crazy ex is worried for Conrad. Then, out of nowhere, Dr. Nutty's boyfriend from last season appears. Go away, dude. He's gotten over you. Many, many times. It seems he's in a hell dimension. Trust me, dude, you're in a much better place. He says something about tables don't do that, and everyone starts to get horrified about what he might be referring to. Y'all are just sick bastards. Next, Dr. Nutty starts breaking mugs. Man, just stop it, you wasteful bastard. The mug went through the table. Oh, that's what he meant. Okay, we can breathe a sigh of relief, but stay on guard, the episode isn't over yet. Diversity hire number 6 gets offended by Dr. Nutty having doubts, or maybe just his general creepiness, and calls the police. About time, it only took you 7 episodes. Then the cops come in and take Dr. Nutty and his creepy ass away. Best scene ever! Then Olden Times Ronnie has Diversity hire number 6 arrested too. Not sure if you can arrest someone for being generally unpleasant, but whatever, I'll go with it. Second best scene ever. I wouldn't worry though, our heroes are on the case and they have an iPad. Time to start reporting each other on Blue Sky. They think they found a way to block Conrad. Jesus, Conrad, why in the hell do you have a Blue Sky account? In the meantime, Dr. Nutty is being taken away to answer for his all-out degeneracy, and Diversity hire number 6 is offended. Current year Ronnie finds herself quite disappointed and generally disgusted by Dr. Nutty, and Diversity hire number 6 begins to annoy everyone with her complaining. Then we get another dance sequence, and they dare bring the memory of the ever-awesome Kato Mara into this mess. Then we hear more about bi-regeneration, that thing that rarely happens, but somehow happened to 2 of the 3 remaining Time Lords in less than a year. But it seems they forgot about the Master, because who cares about consistency? Then Conrad tells us that the world below is everything he wished for. Oh, what a twist! Russell is the ultimate master of trickery. It seems the Ronnie created Dr. Nutty's new toy that he sticks a different place every week, meaning Dr. Nutty's perverted ways actually help destroy the Earth. We learn that everyone's doubts are the whole point. Oh, Russell, people are well past the point of doubting you. It seems that Dr. Nutty's doubt is the ultimate world-destroying doubt. I refuse to believe that this egomaniac has ever doubted himself for a second. Then London has a day that is only slightly worse than a normal day in 2025 London. And, oh dear, Omega is back to get the Sutek treatment. This is going to be so embarrassing for Omega. You poor, poor bastard. Then we get another montage of real doctors and individuals that are in no way the Doctor. Then Dr. Nutty gets his memories back and for a second is absolutely horrified at the disgusting things he's done, and Diversity hire number 6 continues to complain. Then Dr. Nutty gets thrown to his death and I get hopeful. What will happen next? Well, we know one thing. It will be absolutely humiliating for Omega. And that's it for today. Don't forget to follow me on X, and until next time, piss off!